Hey, astronauts, welcome to the Digital Galaxy Podcast. I'm your pilot, Jack, once again filling in for Justin.
And I'm Paul. I don't have a clever quip this week, just simple co-pilot. But still, buckle up because in episode 10, we're doing things a little differently. We're going to talk to the CEO of Fora Social, Jack Foley, who also happens to be the pilot of this very episode. So, Jack, how are you doing today?
Pretty good. And this is an exciting milestone for the Digital Galaxy Podcast. 10
It
episodes.
is number
10!
10.
That's crazy. It's been 10 weeks since we started this, and it's been phenomenal. We have over 200 streams. I mean, it's going great, and I couldn't be more proud of Paul and Justin. But I'm
Ah,
doing great.
thanks. That's good. Yeah, we're super excited too. I've always wanted to, be in a podcast, start a podcast and get into 10 episodes. I think it's a huge deal. Especially discussing, the things that we have been discussing.
I think
So
it's on everyone's bucket list to start a podcast.
I think so. I think so. So I'll scratch that one off on mine. But can you tell the crew a little bit about yourself, like where do you go to school and everything like that?
Yeah, sure. So my name's Jack Foley. I'm the founder and CEO of Fora Social, and I go to Ohio Wesleyan University. I'm a rising junior, and I'm studying a business administration management and communication intercorporate strategy. So it's a double major, and I mean
Double
it's a
major.
mouthful. It's a mouthful, but
That's awesome, though.
definitely leading me in the right direction of everything that it needs. And Ohio Wesleyan's a great school. So
Absolutely. So what got you interested in starting a social media company?
Oh, I mean, great question. I absolutely hate social media platforms. Hate them. Hate it. And honestly, and it kind of makes me cringe at the fact that I say that and then I spend hours a day on them. But I truly dislike the way that they are run. And so I wanted to make something different. And
Mhm,
so a big thing about me is before this, I started a company called Reuse Cases where I made phone cases out of recycled plastic from Haiti. And so
mhm,
every single venture I go into, I try to make like it have an ethical or moral high ground of a background type of deal of where it just does the right thing. And so that's what I'm doing here, and that's why I
mhm.
wanted to start a social media platform that had these things to make sure it's just because the social media industry right now, Paul and crew it's literally like the Wild West. Literally, there's
Absolutely.
a couple of posses, aka Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. All of these self-proclaimed social media platforms for the users, but in reality, they're just like these Western robbers that are basically
Absolutely.
robbing your data. So uh, yeah,
Yeah, they have been giving us good content for the podcast, but I know exactly, where
yes.
you're coming from on those fronts. So tell us about For Social and what it means to you.
Yeah, so For Social is a social media platform that allows users to be in control of everything. And so it truly means a lot to me. I mean, every entrepreneur can kind of relate to this where something that you've created is almost like your brainchild, right? And you just want to
Mhm,
see it succeed in every capacity. But to me, honestly, I'm fine if For Social doesn't become, the next big social media platform. Because in reality, as long as we make a difference, that goal and our goal has been met. And
mhm.
so that's kind of our true purpose is to make a difference, whether it's us leading that charge or we give the baton to someone else and they just do it
Right.
better than us. And so, I mean, it's not like we just throw in the cap and admit defeat. Obviously, we continue to, develop new features and try to change the ways things are done. But that's what it means to me, and I mean,
Mhm.
I hope you can say the same, Paul, because that's basically the foundation of the Fora family and the the
Yeah.
founding team is we just want to make the world a
Yes.
better place.
That's right. I absolutely am on board with that. When I, first heard of Forest Social months ago, that's definitely what attracted me to the platform itself and what made me reach out.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Because even, the tagline on forasocial.com is a social media app where you are in control. And like, how exactly or how much of your data do you truly control on Fora Social?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I mean, legally, it's your data.
Hmm.
But really, on the app, you're able to view your data control panel, which literally shows you all of your data points, especially ones that are most recently collected, their
Hmm.
values, like monetary value, what industry buys them, all of that stuff. You can see how much we make, your potential for revenue, everything.
Hmm.
So it's quite literally the freedom of choice everywhere. If you choose to want to be, view all of these things and you want to be involved, you can be. If you don't, you don't have
Yeah,
to.
I like that. Yeah, because remember we talked in episode 2, I think it was,
Yeah.
where we talked about how free apps kind of make their money, aka like Facebook, Twitter, that they put, those advertisements in your feed, and they kind of use your data to get those advertisements, but again, you don't see how it's exactly used. So I think that's
Yeah.
going to be really cool to see on Fora. Absolutely. What's the plan for the near future when it comes to Fora?
So unfortunately, we had to push back the launch date from September to early 2021.
Hmm.
Wow, it's crazy. It's already getting to that point. But
Yep.
um, 2020 needs to be over by now.
Yes.
But um, really, for Fora, our main plan is to launch the alpha. Now it will be an open alpha where anyone who wants to participate can participate.
Hmm.
Um, and the goal there is to kind of grow a user base and then gain investment and do a national launch. So that's kind of our near plan for the future. On
Hmm.
top of that, we'll be adding more features as we go along. So
Excellent. So if people are interested in joining the alpha division, they can just go to forasocial.com, right?
yeah, and so the Alpha Division is a program that we made that kind of gamifies getting qualitative research back. Is
Hmm.
basically you sign up for the Alpha Division, you sign an NDA. So we literally show you, just prototypes, things that aren't really open to the public, but you're
Hmm.
able to see them and you're able to actually go to the mission control and fly to a different planet and give us qualitative feedback of what you
Hmm.
really think about certain aspects of the app and things like that. So we're truly not only just building it around what we want, but what our Alpha Division
Everyone
members
wants.
want, and hopefully
That's
they
awesome.
represent the larger population.
Right. Right. Well, that's great. But I am going to give you one tough question here, Jack. Can
Mhm.
you give me 3 words that would describe Forest Social and how it is different from other social media platforms?
I would have to say freedom, transparency, and republic.
So it's a platform built by the people for the people that is transparent so everyone can see, what's going on, right? Because
Yeah,
most social media companies, you don't know what's going on with your data.
yeah, that's exactly it.
Obviously, yeah, that's awesome. That's a great way to sum it up. Absolutely. But I just want to thank you for joining us today on the podcast. It's always a pleasure to
Yeah,
chat
no,
with you.
thank you.
Looking forward to all everything coming up before social. Hope you have a safe drive this weekend back to school,
Yeah.
and stay safe at college too, especially with everything going on.
Yeah,
So,
seriously.
alrighty. So don't forget to follow our channels on Twitter, YouTube, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and iTunes. You can also find this episode in written form on our website, digitalgalaxypodcast.com. This episode was created by Fora Social, a social media app where you are in charge of your data and community. Check it out at forasocial.com. Thanks for coming along on our journey. Until next time.